This is UMAR AHMED for IFL TV in association with MTK Global, or I'm in Sheffield, where I'm known as UMAR, IFL UMAR. My good friend Ty and Booth isn't here, but Kell Brook is. How's all of the lights doing?
I'm very good. I'm very good, as you've just seen.
Very, very sharp as well, throwing them chocolate brownies.
Yeah, they cooked. They've been cooked since December. I were ready to go in December. I just carried on training, and I've settled down at the weight now. I've been at the weight now for a month, so that's why I'm explosive, sharp. The tools are really sharp now, so the accuracy, the timing's there. I'm mentally there, and February 8th can't come fast enough now. I'm excited.
Speaking of Dominic, you said 154 is probably your optimum weight now. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think at this moment in time, that's what we're looking at, 154. But my weight's bang on, and if I were this weight now, I'd be more than happy when I were making welterweight. But I'm making 7 pounds heavier, so things are very good.
When you look back at your career and you walked into this gym, what was your first memory of the Ingle Gym?
My first memory of the Ingle Gym was actually in here, in the middle circle. And my first sparring partner was Dave Colwell. Dave Colwell, he had his hair bald, yeah? There, yeah? And he just had this spike there, this spiky bit of hair there. Don't ask me what was going on, but in the time I think that was the trend, and I couldn't lay a glove on him. I had his hands down behind his side, and he's moving in. I'm this young 9-year-old kid trying to windmill him, and I couldn't lay a glove on him. So that was my first memory actually, with Dave Colwell in the middle circle. So Dave will know exactly what I'm on about, when he watches this, and it's a nice moment, because like I said, we've been in this game a long time. Dave, used to train down here. He's gone on to do his thing. He's had the McDonald brothers. He's had Tony Bellew, all these big names, and he's done his own thing. He's established himself as a top trainer. So, everything and everyone around this game who come from this gym, have gone on to do, make their own stamp in the game. So, everything's a positive.
When did it trigger in yourself that you'd become a world champion one day, Kell? Was it when you first walked in the gym? Was it a particular moment training here down at this gym?
I think it was. I've had it drilled into me as a young kid. That's all I ever knew. I just expected it to happen, because that's all I've ever known. From my uncle Johnny. My first sparring partner were a honey monster. A stuffed doll. A stuffed teddy bear, and he used to get it. And when I was a little kid, about 5 or 6 years old, he used to, have a little spar with me. And when I started to get upset, he used to let go of it then and say, "Go on, get it now." And then I used to and start beating this teddy up. So that was my very, very first sparring partner. But Johnny, he's always, he always seen that thing in me, that eye of the tiger, wanting to just, whatever it were, even if I get upset, I never used to walk away. I used to always be there, and I've always had it from a young age. And then obviously, I used to love watching Bruce Lee, and Enter the Dragon, and Kickboxer, Bloodsport, Van Damme, Jackie Chan films. I couldn't sit still as a young kid, So my dad brought me down here, and ever since I've come in this gym, I remember speaking to Brendan Ingle the first day I came in, and he came to me. Him and my dad were speaking, and I remember Brendan saying to me, "Dad, he might be able to fight, but if he got it up here, and I never understood what he meant, back then. But now thinking about it, he meant obviously with the pressure, and obviously you get to the age where these girls and you're going out and your mates are going out drinking. Can you hold it all together, with the bright lights and the fame? You might be good in the gym for a few months or so, but how long can you keep it up? Can you keep doing it, for a long time?"
When I've spoken to the boys today here, everyone said that you're a very 100% type of guy, whatever you're doing. When did that kind of kick in, or have you been like that since you were a kid?
I have always seemed to be like that, whatever I'm doing. If I'm not training, I'm not on it. I'm 100% not on it. When I'm 100% on it, I'm 100% on it in every way, So, and especially now, I don't know. I think it's I know that my career is not going to last forever now. I think I've matured. I've got 3 little girls, and I think that I'm manned up now. I'm manned up, and I know that this is my, final push now, and I'm definitely grabbing it with both hands. I'm giving it 100%, in this game, because it's the only sport you can legally get killed in, and I took that for granted. I need to, know that. I need to know that it's a dangerous sport. I need to prepare the best I can prepare. So, so it's not me it's not me on the losing end. It's me in there, 100%.
You mentioned your daughter, Vienna. Happy belated birthday to her. She turned 1 yesterday, didn't she?
Yeah, she won yesterday. It's time flying. 1 year old. I've got my middle daughter is 5 next week, and then a week after that, my oldest daughter 8. So, birthday, boom, 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 one after another.
Good job, you're getting a payday soon.
I know exactly. Eddie, come on, get that paycheck ready.
Is that the proudest moment in your life, having your 3 daughters born? How does that compare to becoming world champion against Sean Porter?
Yeah, it's a different buzz. It's a different eye. Having your kids is, you can't compare it. It's different. It's different. I think the moments what stand out to me is when I first passed my driving test. Winning my first ever amateur fight. I remember like yesterday. Actually, Friday 13th, I won it. I know it. I remember my first car I got. It were a Polo M reg. I know the reg now N252 MVK. I don't know any other reg after that. Sorry. So, and obviously winning the world title were unbelievable. And that stands out. They're the moments what stand out in my life.
Of course, after you won the world title against Sean Porter, I think it was 3 or 4 weeks after the tragic incident happened in Tenerife. How much did that affect your career, Kell?
It affected it massively. Because they said that I'd never fight again, never walk again, never mind fight again. And winning the world title, being at top of the world, and then that happening. And I were going through the prime of my career. I was buzzing. I was ready to fight the world, and it knocked me back. It knocked me confidence back in it. It was hard to really, bounce back from that, but I got through that, and I'm 100% now.
Was your life ever in jeopardy? Is that what the doctor said out there?
Yeah, I need a blood transfusion, and of course it will. I died. I died for a moment. In time. So, it was very, very serious.
Well, listen, you made an amazing recovery, not only to box, but you went on to be in some mega fights against the likes of Golovkin and Spence, where you did really well. Do you think if that incident didn't happen, though, you could have really cracked on with a career in America or here after that Porter win, took that momentum on, and perhaps not had to fight a Gennady Golovkin, move up weights and get that mega fight where you couldn't at 47, really?
You don't know, do you? I think everything's for a reason. I'm here today, and I'm in the best place. I know that fighters said this, but you're just gonna have to see on the night. But I'm in the best mental, physical place I've been ever in my life. I've never been as serious before. Fighters say, "Oh, I've always cooked corners for every single one of my fights," but for this time, I promise you, you're gonna see the difference on February the 8th. A serious Kell Brook.
Why do you think you cut corners before?
It's just in my nature from where I'm from, and it's just, you always think you can get, you think you got the gift of the fighter. You just think that, that you just rely on that. And you cut corners. You stay up late. It's many other things. And I think when you get older, you realise these young kids, the reactions are sharp. They're hungry. They've got no fear. And me at 33, I'm not saying I'm nowhere near past it. I'm more than fitter than all the young kids out there, and I've got a lot of experience now. I use the experience over the youth of them. I had 38 fights, and I know how to perform under the bright lights in big fights. So,
Kell, very few fighters reach the elite level. Very few fighters win a world title. The elite level and winning a world title, you've done that. For your talent, though, I was speaking to Dom. He said that apart from Naz, he's not seen anyone as talented as you in this gym ever. you think for your talent in terms of a British fighter, you've underachieved so far? Is that fair to say, Kell?
Yeah, I do. You know, I know that I don't know how this is gonna sound, but you know, I should never ever, I shouldn't have a loss on my record. You know, if I absolutely lived the life the way the Americans have been just bred in me and just living it, then no one can beat me. No one can beat me on my best day. No one. You know, I was beating the pound for pound best fighter on the planet, as in Errol Spence at the time. He had that car crash, and that were me at 40%, 50%. I outboxing for 6 rounds, outboxing, you know, the man, you know, and so that's why I'm back in the game. You know, that's why I don't need to fight ever again. But I know what I've got. You know, me 100%. Even now at this age or whatever, you're gonna see. You know, I will become a 2-time world champion. Just give me the opportunity this year, you know, and I will beat, you know, whoever the champion is in front of me. I will beat them.
Were you surprised with the result the other night with J-Rock losing his 154-pound title?
Yeah, you know, no, in fact, this is boxing, you know, and the guy with the champion, Williams.
Yeah,
Williams. Yeah, he shouldn't. Like, it was a shock that he got the title in the first place. So, you know, it's just passing out. It's passing hands. You know, you need someone who's gonna, you know, someone like me, who's gonna keep it, and whoever you think is the man. It's not like someone like Crawford. He's a proper champion. You know, he's proper. He's not one of them where if he lost, yeah, you'd be shocked. Yeah. You know, he's a proper champion. You know, these guys are, you know, they win it, they lose it. It's getting passed about like you've never known that title, them titles.
Yeah. It's quite open, that 154-pound division, isn't it?
It is open. You know, there's politics involved, but it's open. You know, and like I said, February the 8th, I'm gonna do the job, and there's no time to waste. I'm knocking on. I want it now. I want it more than I've ever wanted it.
Kell, I've seen on Twitter a lot of fans are quite unclear about the route that's mapped out for you. Obviously, we know you've got this fight against DeLuca on Feb 8th, but has Eddie told you in private, you don't have to reveal what the plans are, but has Eddie told you or mapped out what is next to you? Because we're unclear as to where you're getting this world title shot. We haven't heard any kind of rumours about, oh, you've got this fight on the card, you've got this fight lined up. Has Eddie kind of told you about this? Or?
Nothing in concrete, obviously, but you know, he knows that. He knows, you know, at the end of the day, at the beginning, there's me, Darren Barker, and Kell Brook. You know, whatever happens, you know, indirectly, his stable has grown massively the way it has, and you know, indirectly from me, Kell Brook and Darren Barker. You know, because who were already in before us. You know, then people started jumping ship, wanting to be involved with Matchroom, and then next minute, you know, the champion started to come and look at the stable now. You know, he can't, you know, they chuck it, the fighter, they're chucking itself. They want to be ready, and they want to be the guy who's got the monopoly on the game, you know, and indirectly we've made him take over the game. You know, look at it however you want to look at it. That is the truth.
Yeah, I asked that because we haven't heard anything, so just wondering if Eddie had told you, but clearly that isn't the case still. So maybe after Feb 8th, get the win in style, and then he'll have that conversation with you.
Yeah, I believe that, you know, I believe that Eddie, you know, watching the fight, will get very excited because, you know, it's going to be, it doesn't count unless it's a sensational performance, February the 8th, and I think that I'll get Eddie revved up again, excited. And he'll definitely want to push me forward to with the big boys out there.
We know Amir Khan fought in Saudi Arabia last time. Perhaps he's going to go down that route again. Has there been any kind of discussion with his side since I last spoke to you, or has anyone said anything about that fight?
I just want to make a point out there. You know, I see people on my Instagram saying, stop bringing Amir Khan's name. I never bring Amir Khan.
We're asking you.
You're asking me about Amir Khan. I don't want to fucking hear about the guy. I don't want to hear about him. You know, if I don't want to hear about him, if he wants to come forward and wants to make the fight, I've got nothing else to say. I don't want to talk about the guy. If he wants to fight, he knows where I am.
No, I see that on my Twitter and on your posts. We're asking you. Whoever it is, you're not mentioning his name once.
I don't want to mention his name. So, you know, the guys, people out there, the haters, I don't mention the guy. You know, I don't mention it. All I'm saying is you're mentioning him. And all I'm saying back is it'd be disgusting if we ended our career and not fighting. We are much what took with the talks, what's happened over the years. You know, just grow some balls. You know, have a fight with me, and let's see who the best is.
Would you be disappointed, like proper gutted, if you ended a career and didn't have that fight in the UK?
I can't say proper good because I've had a good career. You know, I'm just a council kid. You know, who become world champion. I live in a beautiful area. I've done good for myself. You know, but you know, of course, there'd be a little niggle there if I ended the game and his name went on box rec on my record. Of course.
Well, listen, all your focus is on February 8th against DeLuca. It doesn't count, as you said, if it's not sensational. If you kind of go through the motions, I'm guessing you're going to be disappointed, just like the Zarafa fight.
If I go through the motions, I will announce my retirement in the ring. You know, if I look mediocre, I'm obviously not good enough. If I look average, if I don't look like, you know what, he's got them crisp shots, them chocolate brownies. See the power, see the movement. See if people don't walk away and say that's what they've seen that night, then I'm not going no more.
In terms of your profile, etc., you've always been a big star in the UK. Do you think it's kind of taken a little bit of a hit in recent years, in like the last year?
Of course it has, you know, because I've had the 2 losses. My career's been stop-start. I've had a full year out. I didn't look fantastic on my last fight, you know. So yeah, you know, I need to come back with a bang. Now,
this is your chance live on Sky Sports. You can remind the world who you are again.
Exactly, you know, and I've missed the fans. I've missed it, you know. I've missed it. You know, I'm looking forward to walking out again. All of the lights. I'm looking forward to it. You know, because I've never been as confident walking into a fight. You know, I've never been, just because of what I'm doing in the gym, just because what weight I'm waking up for consistently, just because I know what I'm eating, all the carbohydrates, and still waking up at that same weight, you know, and the rest I'm getting and how fresh I'm feeling. You know, that's day by day, that's making me build my confidence. So February the 8th, I'm expecting a sensational performance.
Someone else who's looking forward to it is Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville. That was a nice little video you had on Sky Sports with them.
Yeah, it was good, you know. It was good banter out there, you know. And to be honest with Carragher, he can chuck some shots, you know. I'd love to get him back down in the Ingle gym. I'd like to carry on with them pads with him, to be honest with you. Let's get him down. Come down. Forget Rotunda. Get down here.
You've got a soft spot for Liverpool, haven't you?
Yeah, you know, of course. They do. Look how well they're doing, you know. I just, to be honest with you, I'm a bit of you know, if they're at top at league, you know, I'm a supporter. You know, it's that, to be honest with you know, I think it's clear that, you know, I don't know everything about football, but I know when they get the ball, what they can do with it is amazing. You know, so you've got to give, you know, the team, you know, their props.
Your actual side, Sheffield Wednesday, aren't doing too bad as well.
You know, obviously I'm a Sheffield guy, so, you know, as much as I'm a Sheffield United fan, of course I want Wednesday to do well. I don't want them to.
Oh, what? You're not Wednesday, you're United?
No, I mean, yeah, of course. I didn't hear you. You know, I want Wednesday and United to do well, but I'm a United fan, obviously. But like I said, I want the city just to do well. You know, period.
Oh, is there not like a deep rivalry between the two clubs? There must.
There's a deep rivalry, but I'm not one of them guys like, you know, if I see a Wednesday fan like, I'm gonna kill you. No, it's a sport.
All right, Kell, I see something behind you there. We're going to do a giveaway to the fans, so.
Yeah. We've got an Everlast T-shirt here, what I found in the back room, and like I say, it's a giveaway. You know the score with this. Go on.
Go on. So if we get you to sign that T-shirt, and then we will do this. I'll put this out on Twitter. They've got a comment on your post. Should we say hashtag all of the light, and then leave a comment? What? It's a T-shirt signed.
To be honest with you, this T-shirt, we're not going to give this T-shirt away. We're going to give, I don't know why I'm holding this T-shirt, PXP. We've got a PXP T-shirt and we're going to give that away, you know. We're not Everlast. We don't know what to do with Everlast. PXP.
Fine. We'll get a PXP T-shirt. It's Tony who runs that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll give one of those away, signed one. So all you got to do is comment on Kell's post, hashtag all of the lights, and then drop another comment. Actually, the comment can be what round they think you're going to knock DeLuca out. Hashtag all of the lights, and follow Kell, retweet the post, and I'll pick one lucky winner. All right?
Top man, UMAR.
All right.
IFL UMAR.
Kell Brook,
You're coming out with us now, UMAR. Yeah. We're in Sheffield. Are you coming out or what?
I'm going back to London.
I want you to activate Sheffield to become very active.
You've just been saying to me, where's the best spots to go in London? Is that right or wrong?
Completely wrong.
You've been saying to me, where's the place to go?
In London, why would I ask?
No, Sheffield. Hey, don't you cut that camera? Don't you cut that camera?
We're not done until you're done.
Look.
Wait, I'll control this.
I see this guy. Look, I see UMAR, IFL UMAR. Come on, brother.
Where do you want to go out?
Look at him.
I'm going back to London.
Huh?
Where?
I'm back to London.
I've got to change of clothes for you, sunshine. I got to change of clothes for you.
It's your princess waiting for you at home. It's your princess waiting.
There is no princess.
So why are you rushing back then? What's up with you?
Gold Star Promotions is proud to present Floyd Money Mayweather. The man himself is coming to the UK for his UK tour, February and March 2020. For all info and tickets, goldstarpromotions.co.uk.